Before there was fire, there was only darkness. But in that darkness, a question burned. What is the price of progress? What must be sacrificed to bring light to a world ruled by fear? This is not just a myth. It is a warning, a legend, a fire that still burns within us. It is the story of rebellion against tyranny, of sacrifice for the greater good, of a stolen flame, the gift of knowledge and technology. This is the myth of Prometheus, the thief of fire. In a time long before fire, early humans wandered through cold, misty forests. Their days were short, their nights endless. They had no warmth, no light, only darkness, hunger, and fear. Sheltering in caves wrapped in animal furs, they watched the skies and winds, searching for meaning, for safety, for hope. They looked out at the world with longing eyes, hoping for something more, something that would lift them out of the shadows. But far above them, on Mount Olympus, stood a titan unlike the rest, Prometheus. He watched humanity with sympathy, not scorn. Where the gods saw weakness, he saw potential. They were not gods, but they could learn, and he believed they deserved the chance. Zeus, king of the gods, ruled with thunder and law, and above all else, he feared change. He had forbidden the gift of fire. To him, fire was divine, sacred. If humans possessed it, they would challenge the gods themselves. So the eternal flame was locked away, guarded in the heights of Olympus, far from mortal reach. But Prometheus could no longer bear their suffering, the cold, the darkness, the silence. He made a bold decision, one that no god dared before him, to defy Zeus. Under the cover of night, he began his climb toward the sacred halls of Olympus. Step by step, he challenged the heavens, not for power, but for love of humankind. At the peak where no mortal had ever stood, Prometheus found the gods' eternal flame. In silence, he reached out, lit a fennel stalk from the sacred fire, and held it close, its light flickering in the wind like the heartbeat of a new world. And then he slipped away, carrying with him a spark that would change everything. Prometheus descended from the clouds and brought fire to the earth. For the first time, flames danced in human hands. They cooked, they forged tools, they built homes, temples, and cities. They tamed the night. From that single flame, civilization was born. And in the glow of firelight, the human story began to burn brighter. But on Olympus, rage burned hotter than fire. Zeus had been betrayed, and gods do not forgive lightly. He vowed that Prometheus would pay not for a moment, but for all eternity. No titan, no mortal, no one defied Olympus and escaped unscathed. Prometheus was seized, bound in chains forged by divine command, and fastened to a jagged cliff in the desolate Caucasus Mountains. There, each day, an eagle, monstrous and relentless, descended from the skies. It tore at his immortal flesh, devouring his liver, only for it to grow back again by nightfall. He screamed, but he never begged, and never, not once, did he regret his choice. Days became years, seasons passed, storms raged and faded. Prometheus endured. He bore his pain in silence, not for glory, but for a promise. He had given humans the gift of progress, a light that would outlast the mountains. And though his body was bound, his spirit remained unbroken. Then one day, hope returned. From across the earth came Heracles, a son of Zeus, stronger than stone, braver than fear. He found Prometheus still chained, still suffering, and without hesitation, he struck down the eagle, shattered the chains, and set the Titan free. Prometheus, after lifetimes of pain, stood once more, and the flame of hope, already burning across the world, shone brighter than ever. Prometheus gave us fire, but what he truly gave was the power to rise, to rebel, and to dream.